you remember the network we looked at previously, and the IP addresses of the different host systems you can see here, and you can confirm they're all on the same network. Let me just correct that. So we can see now they're all on the same network and using NAT. So what I'm going to use now is the Netdiscover tool, which will help me send app requests and find out all the available devices connected within this network. And I'm going to do that from my host, from the Kali Linux PC, which I'll be accessing to find out all the information, gather the information from all these different hosts. So I'm back on Kali, and I'm going to first of all do the auto scan mode. So the auto scan mode basically helps us to send multiple app requests to find out as many connected devices as possible. So let me type that. So I'm going to type in sudo and Netdiscover, and that's all I need there. Sudo Netdiscover, and it's going to send app packets. You can see here, and you can see the IP address. It's scanning, so apparently scanning from the third octet, and I guess when it gets to 152 it will pick up all the devices which are on that network. So far we have no host found, and it's still going there, and it's just found one now, which happens to be my host PC, and now we can see all the other ones, the router, and this is the Metasploitable, and this is the Windows PC. So now it's found that, so let me stop that. And that's the first way to gather information about the IP hosts that are connected to your network by just running an auto scan mode. So to view more details about this Netdiscover, and to get the full manual on that, I'm going to type that man and Netdiscover, and now it's giving me a detailed overview of what the Netdiscover tool can do, and it's saying it's the active passive ERP Reconnaissance tool, and gives me the different things I can put in to scan. And here it explains what Netdiscover is: an active passive reconnaissance tool to gain information about networks, wireless networks, and now also wired switched networks. It can passively detect online hosts or search for them by sending ERP requests. So that's it. So here we can see more details here. It says if you use I, we can get the interface to sniff and inject packets, and the range, we can also do the range. We can also do that of the list and certain other ones. So we're going to do these three, and we'll see how that works out next. So let me press Q to quit that, and before we go to see how to do the scanning with those options, there is a better summarized way of viewing the Netdiscover functions and things you can do for us. So to do that, we are going to use the help, that's Netdiscover, -h, and now it gives us a summarized info on the different ways we can carry out our scanning. So now let me clear the screen, and we're going to scan the ports. That's the first one we'll do. And to scan a particular port, we have to be sure what port we want to scan. So I'm going to do ifconfig to be sure, and I can see the port is the Ethernet 0, and that's the one I want to scan. So to do that, I'm going to say sudo, I'm going to type in sudo netdiscover, then the option I is the interface, and then the actual interface, and scan. So it's going to scan through, and see it has gotten our the router, and it's fetching the other details like this one, which is the Windows PC, and it's still scanning. And now it's gotten my host system, and you can see here it says vendor host name is all in within VMware. So, and now it's gotten the metasploitable host IP and the gateway. So I think it's gotten basically every IP address we want, and we can go on to the next option. So next we're going to scan the range of IP address, and now we know that they are all within the IP address, which is 192.168.152.0 network. Then we're going to use that to scan that. So let's do that. So we'll say sudo and netdiscover and range option, then we'll say 192.168.152, and this time we'll take the first host, which is the .1, then /24 to specify the hosts and the hosts number of hosts we need to search, which is 254 or 55. Yeah. So let's enter that, and this shouldn't take time because it's just quickly scanned through all of them, and now we have all the IP hosts in the network found. So finally, we're going to see how to scan from a list in a file. And first of all, we need to create our file, and we know how to do that. So we'll say touch, and we'll call it IP addresses, name of our file, txt, and now we have our file there. And let's open the file to type in the IP address range we want it to scan. So we can use nano, but we can also use mousepad. So let me use mousepad, and I will say open that file, and it has done that. So I'm going to type in the 192.168.152.1/24. So if I have other ranges I would add to the file. So let me save that. And we have that saved here. Let me cut to be sure. So cut that, and we have it there. So now let me run that. We're going to use sudo as usual. Let's discover, and this time the option L, which is to the list, and the name of the list, which is this. So enter, and it's going to quickly go through that and get all the IP address hosts. So that's finished, and we've successfully gone through all the options we have with Netdiscover as a tool for information gathering.